1. The light that shapes your night. You probably don't think about light that much, not in the way you think about food or exercise or even caffeine. It's just there. You turn it on when it's dark, you sit under it when you work, you scroll by it at night. But what if I told you that light, this simple silent thing, is one of the most powerful forces shaping your sleep? What if the reason you're struggling to fall asleep isn't because of stress or screens or even noise, but because your body has lost its rhythm? And that rhythm is set by light. Every living thing on this planet is governed by something called a circadian rhythm. It's your internal body clock, a natural cycle that runs on roughly 24 hours. It tells your body when to wake, when to eat, when to feel alert, when to wind down, and most importantly, it tells your brain when to release melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy. But here's the key: that rhythm doesn't run on its own. It takes cues from the outside world. And the biggest cue is light. In the morning, when sunlight hits your eyes, even through the window, it sends a powerful signal to your brain. Wake up, produce cortisol, get alert, start the day. That morning light anchors your body clock. It tells your system what time it is. And about 14 to 16 hours after that signal, your brain begins to release melatonin. That's how it's supposed to work. But here's the problem. In the modern world, most of us live disconnected from natural light. We wake up in the dark, sit under artificial lights, spend the day indoors, and then blast ourselves with bright screens at night. And all of that confuses our internal clock. Your body doesn't know what time it is anymore. You're inside all day, so you don't get the strong morning signal to set your rhythm. Then at night, you're bathing in blue light from your phone or laptop or TV, which your brain mistakes for daytime. So instead of winding down, it stays alert. It doesn't release melatonin on time. And you lie there, wondering why you don't feel tired, even though you are. It's not willpower, it's biology. It's not that you're broken, it's that your body is running on mixed signals. And once you understand that, once you see how deeply your body responds to light, you can start to reset that rhythm. Not with pills, not with pressure, but with presence, with awareness, with a new kind of relationship to the sun, to your screen, and to the way you shape your space at night. You don't need to overhaul everything. You don't need to go live in the woods or quit technology. But you do need to start noticing. How much morning light are you getting? How bright are your evenings? Is your bedroom helping you wind down or accidentally keeping you awake? Because the light you see shapes the night you have. And maybe the reason sleep feels so out of reach is because you've been looking at the wrong light at the wrong time. Part 2, not all light is the same. Light isn't just light. It sounds simple, but your brain doesn't treat all light the same way. Different types of light carry different wavelengths, and those wavelengths send different signals to your body. And the most important one when it comes to sleep, blue light. Not blue like the sky or the ocean. Blue light is a category of high-energy visible light, and it's everywhere. Especially in LED lights, phone screens, tablets, laptops, TVs, and even some bright indoor bulbs. Blue light is actually great in the morning. It boosts alertness. It increases focus. It tells your brain to produce cortisol to wake up and start the day. But at night, it's a problem because your brain doesn't know the difference between blue light from a sunrise and blue light from TikTok. To your body, light means daytime, and even a small amount of blue light in the evening can delay melatonin production. That means it takes longer to feel sleepy, and when you finally do fall asleep, your sleep may be lighter, more fragmented, less restorative. You wake up feeling like you didn't really rest, even if you were technically asleep. And the thing is, you don't even need a lot of blue light to cause this. Just checking your phone for a few minutes before bed can be enough to reset your internal clock by hours. That's how sensitive your body is to light. But it's not just screens. Overhead lighting matters too. That bright, white light in your kitchen or bathroom, it often contains a lot of blue spectrum wavelengths. If you're brushing your teeth under bright white LEDs at 10 p.m., you're sending a mixed signal to your brain. It's time to sleep, but also, it's still morning. And your brain, understandably, gets confused. So what can you do? You start small. You begin to shift your light environment in the evening. Think about the last 2 hours of your day. Can you turn off overhead lights and use lamps instead? Can you swap cool white bulbs for warm ones? Can you use dimmers, candles, or even red tone lights at night? Red and amber light don't suppress melatonin the way blue light does. That's why firelight feels so calming. It's literally the kind of light your brain is wired to associate with nighttime. And what about screens? Look, we all use them. No judgment. But maybe you install a blue light filter app or use night shift mode. Maybe you wear blue blocking glasses at night, not because they're trendy, but because they help your brain prepare for darkness. Maybe you set a screens off time, not as punishment, but as a gift to your future self. The goal here isn't to create more rules. It's to restore rhythm, to rebuild the natural cycle your body is designed to follow, to move with the light, not against it. And you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be intentional, because the light you live under becomes the clock your body obeys. And when you learn to dim the world, your brain learns to dim too. You begin to feel that soft pull towards sleep. Not forced, not faked, but real. Because you're finally working with your biology, not against it. And that changes everything. Part 3, Designing Your Light Ritual. If you've ever watched the sun go down over the ocean or through the trees, you probably felt it. That soft shift in the sky, the colors changing, the world winding down. Something inside you responds, even if you don't have the words for it. That's because your body remembers. It's wired to move with the sun, to rise with brightness, to rest with darkness. And when that rhythm gets honored, something beautiful happens. You stop having to try to sleep. You start wanting to. But in the modern world, we don't have sunsets built into our schedule. We don't sit by fires every night. We have overhead lights and hallway lights and bathroom lights and phone screens and smart TVs and glowing chargers. So if we want to sleep better, we can't wait for the world to dim. We have to dim it ourselves. And that begins with a ritual, not a rigid routine. Not something complicated or strict, just a gentle shift, a way to tell your body, it's evening now. We're turning the world down. Maybe it starts with one small action. At 9 p.m., you turn off the main lights and switch to lamps. Maybe one lamp. Warm, golden, soft. Maybe you light a candle. Not for aesthetics, for atmosphere. Maybe you put your phone in another room. Not because it's evil, but because you want to give your mind a break from brightness. Maybe you listen to music that moves slowly. Maybe you speak softer. Maybe you even switch the lighting on your devices, not just to night mode, but to near darkness. You let the tone of your entire space reflect the tone of what's to come. Slowness, stillness, safety. That lighting change becomes your cue. your version of sunset. And it tells your brain, you don't need to be alert anymore. You don't need to solve anything. You don't need to shine. You just need to soften. Over time, your brain begins to trust that signal. Just like a baby starts getting sleepy after a warm bath and lullaby, your body starts associating the dim light with rest. It's not a trick, it's biology. You're aligning yourself with what you were made for. And the beautiful thing? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to follow a rule book. Some nights you'll forget. Some nights you'll scroll longer than you meant to. That's okay. What matters is that you return to the light, your light, the one you chose. The one that feels safe, the one that helps you let go. Eventually, your space becomes part of your nervous system. Your room becomes a signal. The lighting becomes an exhale, and sleep stops being a challenge. It starts being a welcome guest. You don't need more supplements. You don't need more hacks. You just need to remember your body is already tuned to light. You've just forgotten how to work with it. And now, you're remembering. Each lamp, each glow, each night that ends in softness instead of stimulation. So tonight, ask yourself, what kind of light would help me land? What kind of glow would feel like a lullaby? Then give yourself that gift. Not because you earned it, not because you were productive, just because you're human. And humans were never meant to sleep under fluorescent lights and flashing screens. We were meant to rest with the moon. And tonight, you can begin again. You've been listening to Sleepless, a podcast by the Daily Health Shift. If this episode helped you rethink how light moves through your home and through your body, consider sharing it with someone whose nights feel a little too bright. Follow the show for more gentle guidance. And remember, the rhythm isn't lost. It's just waiting to be restored. One light at a time.